Reaching out to college coaches at the right time can make or break your player's chances of getting recruited. So when's the perfect time to start? Let's dive in. My name is Evan Mendoza and I was on varsity all 4 years of my high school baseball career. I was able to land a D1 scholarship at NC State University. I also have 7 years of professional baseball experience between the St. Louis Cardinals and San Diego Padres. I've helped players just like yours navigate the recruiting process and land scholarships. Also, if you're just getting started, go down below in the description. There's an email template that's completely for free waiting for you. All right, let's get started. So this is a timeline for high school baseball recruiting, which is exactly why you're watching this video. Either you or your son is in high school, you want to know what's coming up, right? So first and foremost, freshman year, this is when we ultimately just want to measure, right? Measure our metrics, understand where we stand among the competition. This could, include going to a showcase. This is exactly what happened for me in my journey. I went to a showcase. I realized I was very, very slow. I was able to stack up against the competition, obviously in not the best way possible, but it was a good, lighting a fire moment for my career, understanding that there was work that needed to be done. So ninth grade is also a good time to measure how serious you or your player takes the game of baseball, because obviously freshman year is when the whole world starts to change for your player. Entering high school, there's so much more going on. Obviously class, exams, homework, obviously everyone's really busy with understanding how to, navigate their time management skills, right? So this is a good sign on, does my son even take baseball serious right now, right? Because usually this is the turning point for a lot of players where they are inquiring about more training, more development, the recruiting process, playing in college, possibly playing at the top, Power 5, Power 4 schools out there, right? Now moving on into 10th grade. So 10th grade, this is ultimately when we can start preparing for what's to come. Preparing for, the recruiting process. Obviously, August 1st of your junior year is a very, very important one. And obviously, 10th grade is before August 1st of junior year. So we want to prepare for a successful August 1st. How do we do that? Well, number one, we're a good baseball player. We have good metrics. We're showing to these college coaches that we have what it takes. But another side of things is we're doing the recruiting process when we're preparing for that. If we're preparing correctly, August 1st, we should have multiple phone calls with multiple D1 coaches, sharing that excitement to be able to contact you for the very first time. And that's exactly what happened with me. I was at the mall with my mom and sister. We were shopping. I was enjoying life, shopping with them. But ultimately, I received like 4 or 5 phone calls from D1 schools just saying, hey, this is the gates have been opened as far as communication goes. And I just wanted to say hi. I just want to see what's going on. Just wanted to, say hello, right? In my sense, that basically meant I was on that short list of players that they were pretty excited to contact. So that was, obviously a very, exciting moment for me in my whole journey. So 10th grade is an important time to prepare for that. That way we have that ability to have that successful August 1st. 11th grade, this is when I like to say everyone should have the goal in mind to secure a scholarship, right? If we're able to secure a scholarship our junior year, whether it's during the spring or in the summertime, ultimately before that senior year starts, that's going to be our goal, right? Because 12th grade, this is when it turns into a little bit of a panic mode. You either do or die, right? And I don't want you guys to be living with stress and playing stress baseball your senior year of high school. I want to be stress free. I want that weight lifted off of your shoulders where you can have fun your senior year of high school. You have an understanding of what's to come, where you're going to be playing, in a year in college. So that's if you haven't landed a scholarship, do or die, right? Because if a college coach invites you to a select workout, you go. If a college coach invites you to a camp, you go, because you want to be given as many opportunities as humanly possible. But now let's talk about what it really would look like in between each of these stages. So in between 9th and 10th grade, and I really want to emphasize where our focus should be. Travel ball, showcases, college camps, developing in the gym, that's a huge one. So in between 9th and 10th grade, let's talk summertime. This is going to be summer. This is when we should be playing a lot of baseball, right? Play, play, play. Get an understanding of what you bring to the table, what your tools are. If you're a good contact hitter, if you lack power, if you're not the fastest guy on the team, this is ultimately when we should be playing the most baseball in high school, believe it or not, or after our freshman year going into 10th grade. All right. So now let's talk about the summer in between 10th and 11th grade. So this is ultimately when we should be in a stage of puberty. Let's just be honest. This is when, throughout high school, yes, we're going to be growing into, young adults, but ultimately in between 10th and 11th grade, this is when we're, mature enough to get after it in the gym. So this is when I actually instruct a lot of my students to hit the gym in the summer in between 10th and 11th grade. Do not play travel ball unless it's like 1 or 2 or maybe 3 games on the weekends. But really, where Monday through Friday in the summertime, you're able to hit the gym consistently and you're able to elevate those skills, those metrics, the power numbers. You're able to squat more, you're able to run faster. And this all happens by developing your son's skills in the gym, right? It doesn't happen by playing a lot of baseball, believe it or not. And this is where a lot of people go wrong. They get into the trap of travel ball 24/7, 365 days a year, and that is not the most effective strategy for your player to ultimately grow in this game. So now, in between summer of in between 11th and 12th grade, this is ultimately the prime time to land a college scholarship. Again, 11th grade, this is when we want to secure a scholarship before 12th grade. But the summer before, this is when you should be doing travel ball again. This is when, personally, I played for a very, very reputable travel ball organization, FTB. That was when we only had like 2 teams. I know FTB has turned into a huge organization, but FTB, this is when I was playing with, guys like Bo Bichette, Nick Gordon, Sean Reed Foley, Alex Jackson, just like Ryan Mountcastle. We had a ton of players on that team that not only drew college interest, but also professional scouts wanting to watch those games as well. I was one of 2 players on that team that was uncommitted, right? So obviously, if there was a coach that was coming to watch, they were really only looking at 2 players, me and I don't remember the other player, but either way, that was a great team to be on. And I always, always, always say, you have 2 choices when choosing a travel ball team. You can play on the right team or play on the right field. What I mean by that is playing on the right field, meaning you're playing against FTB. You're playing against the Philly scout team or, the Mets scout team or whatever it is, right? If you're on the same field and you ball out, you showcase your skills, and yes, the room for opportunity is a lot slimmer when you're playing against the right team rather than when you're playing on the right team. But either way, if you're on that same field when eyeballs are watching and you ball out, there's a good chance that someone's going to take note and maybe circle your name, right? So this is an overall look on the high school baseball recruiting timeline for you and your player's journey. And again, down below in the description, download my free email template. This is going to be a great Kickstarter if you've never sent an email to a college coach. If you like this video and you want a personalized strategy in the recruiting process, you can also go down below in the description to book a call with me today.